In the small town of Harrington, perched on the cusp of an ancient forest, whispers carried on the air as the sun dipped below the horizon. Ethan, an unassuming young man with a penchant for old books and quiet places, often felt a strange pull towards the woods that bordered his home. The townsfolk had many tales about the forest, some dismissed as mere superstition, others carrying the weight of genuine fear. They called it the Whispering Shadows. Ethan's curiosity often led him to the edge of the forest, where he would stand, listening to the rustling leaves and distant murmurs. His best friend, Sarah, a courageous girl with an insatiable sense of adventure, was always by his side, urging him to explore further. She had fiery red hair and a mischievous glint in her eyes that hinted at her bold nature. One evening, as the autumn mist crept through the town, Ethan and Sarah decided to venture into the Whispering Shadows. They equipped themselves with flashlights, a map, and a sense of determination. As they ventured deeper, the air grew colder, and the whispers became more distinct. It was as though the forest was alive, communicating in a language they could almost understand. "Do you think the stories are true?" Ethan asked, his voice a hushed whisper. Sarah shrugged, her eyes scanning the darkness. "Only one way to find out," she replied, her tone both excited and wary. As they navigated the labyrinth of trees, they stumbled upon an old, abandoned cabin. The structure was barely visible through the overgrown vines and moss that had claimed it over the years. Intrigued, they approached cautiously. The door creaked open with a ghostly moan, revealing a dimly lit interior. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the scent of decay. Shelves lined with ancient tomes and strange artifacts hinted at the cabin's mysterious past. In the center of the room, an ornate mirror stood, its surface covered in a layer of grime. As Sarah wiped away the dirt, she gasped. Reflected in the mirror was not their own image, but the face of a young woman, her eyes filled with sorrow. "Who are you?" Sarah asked, her voice trembling. The woman's lips moved, but the words were inaudible. A sense of urgency washed over Ethan and Sarah as they realized the woman was trying to communicate. They leaned in closer, straining to hear. "Find the locket," the woman finally whispered, her voice barely audible. "It holds the key." With that, the image faded, leaving Ethan and Sarah staring at their own reflections once more. Determined to uncover the mystery, they searched the cabin high and low until Sarah discovered a small, intricately carved box hidden beneath a loose floorboard. Inside, nestled in a bed of velvet, lay an antique locket. As Sarah opened the locket, a brilliant light filled the room, revealing a hidden message engraved inside. "Forgive and be free." Puzzled, they pondered the meaning of the message. Suddenly, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. The cabin seemed to shake, the air vibrating with energy.